Brilliant. Well, hello everyone. Hello to the people in attendance, and also hello to you that are catching up on demand. This is the third masterclass that we've hosted here at HealthWave, and our second NHS App masterclass. So we'll be guiding you today through repeat prescriptions and the benefits of that to the people that require it. Just a bit of a backstory on repeat prescriptions. I appreciate that most of you in here and watching are going to be medical professionals, so I will just quickly go through it. But nothing starts as a repeat prescription. They're usually set up for someone who's had a long-term illness, for example, high blood pressure, or potentially someone who's had a heart attack. Now, what's great about repeat prescriptions, once you've done that initial one phone call to the doctors or the pharmacy to set up the repeat prescriptions, then that's it. It's set up and it's good to go. If you're, for example, a 60-year-old single man who lives on his own, he's a few miles from his nearest pharmacy. He doesn't drive and he doesn't have much support around him. Once he's initially set up his nominated pharmacy, that's it. He can do it with just a few clicks of the finger using the NHS app. He can order his prescription and he only has to organise to go and collect it. And even then, which we'll show you shortly, you can even do this online and receive your prescription in the post as well. I also feel it applies very much so to people, busy mums and dads who work full time, as well as supporting their children. So here's a video which I'll talk you through now, how you can manage repeat prescriptions and all the features that come with it. Thank you, Nicholas. So yeah, as you load up the NHS app, you've got the simple. We'll start the nice simple bits. To continue with the NHS login. Obviously, we can't show you for this example. We can't show you how to register, but we'll just use Joe Bloggs and a password for us to sign into the app homepage. Once you are on the homepage, you'll simply just be clicking order a repeat prescription. And then we'll go through all of the different features in a moment. But to start us off with, we've just got the order a prescription button. Now here you can see that it gives you the option to order a repeat prescription and a non-repeat prescription. I'll come back to the non-repeats in a moment. And as you can see here, this person's already got their pharmacy set up, but we'll show you the other options in a moment. Now, on the order of repeat prescription, it will come up with the medicines. It gives you the option to deselect as well. As we know, sometimes medicine packs can come bigger or smaller. So by being able to deselect and select the ones you want to order, makes it nice and simple. And you can also add notes to your GP surgery. This is quite important if there's anything you'd like to make your doctor aware about, whether that's a meds issue or not requiring a certain part of your prescription. It lets you know your nominated pharmacy, the address, their telephone number, so all the information is there for you. And I really like this bit. We'll talk about it again shortly, but it lets you know on the order what's been ordered and how often you need to take it. This can be quite important. Say you're out and about for your medicine, but without the box, and you can just check how often you need to take that. It now tells you what happens next as well. And this is the bit that I find a bit funny with the app. It offers non-repeat prescriptions, and then once you select into it, as you can see very shortly, it will tell you that actually you can't order a non-repeat prescription. It's pretty obvious because obviously you'd need medical attention to get your non-repeat prescription to find out what's wrong with you. So if you'd like to receive your prescription another way, obviously you'd have an appointment first. So we're just going to go back now to that initial home screen from when we first clicked repeat prescriptions on the NHS app. You can see view your orders. And this just lets you know the ordered prescriptions that you have. Nice and simple. Again, as I mentioned earlier, if you were ever without your medicine box, but you had the tablets, couldn't remember when you needed to take them, this screen will do that for you. Now, if you go onto your nominated pharmacy, as you can see here, we've got a Lloyd's pharmacy that's currently been nominated. And it also gives you the opening times as well, so you can easily check when you can collect your prescription. This person's very lucky. They can go up to 11 p.m. To collect their prescription. And then just going back again, you can see here to change your nominated pharmacy. Now, this is a real important feature, because if you move house, you move job, or you just want to change the pharmacy that you collect from, it does make you aware that any outstanding prescriptions may still arrive at the current nominated pharmacy. So there might be a little bit of teething problems whilst it's going through the system. When you are searching for your new pharmacy, you can select high street pharmacies. And when you then continue through, we've got a example. You just search in the postcode of where you'd like to search for that pharmacy. And following through, you can then select the other pharmacy that you'd like to use. So we were using a Lloyd's one in Sainsbury's, and then for this example, they can change over to Boots. Again, it shows you the opening times and the address and telephone number as well. Once that's all confirmed, you've nominated your pharmacy and your prescriptions will change over. Like I mentioned, if something's in the system, you might get one that still goes to the old one. And then, as I mentioned earlier, online only pharmacies. This is really important for somebody that would require their prescriptions to be delivered. You can search for the a list of online only pharmacies. And then once you go through there on the app, you can select it, register with them, and the same process. Once you've then registered with them, you will have, that's the way that you will receive your repeat prescription. We've also got hospital and other medicines. You can add these to, if you've got a hospital appointment, you can add in medicines that you're already on, for instance, to make the hospital aware. But you can also check what medicines you've been given whilst you're in hospital, or past ones as well. This could be quite important if you're seeing different doctors all the time, and you can just make them aware of different things that you've been had on. I hope that, yeah, that was packed full of information. Obviously, this is recorded, so we can go back through it again. But thank you to listening to just that part of it. If anybody has any questions, please let me know now. I'll do my best to answer them.
I just thought, yeah, thanks, Dan. That's really good. Just to reiterate the point you're making, obviously, there, it's just, I use it all the time. It's just so easy to use. It's so quick and easy. It saves me loads of time. I think more importantly, it's saved the GP time on their side as well. So
yeah,
it's a win-win, definitely.
Exactly. And yeah, as we go through the benefits here of using repeat prescriptions, it's just one phone call to get it initially set up, which saves obviously you and the chemist or doctors a lot of time. You can easily change your pharmacy. So like I mentioned, if you move house or change job or anything like that, you can add notes, which is really important for feedback, or if you're not requiring a certain medicine. And I talk about this in all of my NHS App masterclasses, but it saves time, most importantly.
Yeah, I can't reiterate that enough, Dan. It just saves so much time. Like, for example, my pharmacy is in my local supermarket, so I can order my subscription, go to my weekly shop, pick up my veg, and then pick up my my medicine at the same time. It's really, really helpful.
Perfect. Nice. Has anyone got any questions so far? I'll just, before we just go on to showing some of the NHS App resources on our Healthwave Hub, it's a good opportunity if anybody likes to ask me anything. It could be on the NHS App in general, as well as just repeat prescriptions. No, all good. Perfect. I hope that means that I've given as much information as possible on it. Oh, we've got one hand up.
Hi, yeah.
Hello.
Hi, thanks for that. It's Quite interesting, and I absolutely agree with Nick's comments. I mean, you know, I'm a pharmacist. I use the app myself, and it is quite intuitive and good to, you know, order my meds and view my record. The question that I have is obviously it'd be good to actually understand that you've done the masterclass for us.
Yeah.
But is there any resource for patients in particular that we can actually use within our practices to raise awareness to our patients that are particularly sort of like NHS England logoed and approved that we can use rather than creating our own?
Yeah, of course. You've actually perfectly set me up. I'll introduce you now to our HealthWave Hub. So this is the service we have, which helps people access all the services that they need. So what I'll do, I'll share my screen now. What you bear with me, I can't always do two things at once. Is my fault. Here we go. I'll just share my screen now. So this is our Black Country specific HealthWave Hub. It's shaped by people's needs. We bring the community's toolkits, resources and content together in a way that's easily shareable for people in need of support. So they can discover and share national and local resources created by those closest to the action. So yeah, as I mentioned, we've recently hosted a masterclass on our hub, which I can show you, or could even show you all in your own time as well. So I'll just quickly show, that's where we host them here on our hub. So that's got our previous masterclasses, which we'll just load up. So we've got another masterclass on the NHS App benefits, but also the hub overview. And if I just close that down and just go back to our hub, we also have lots of NHS app information on here, as well as local Black Country, should I say, specific resources. And we've also got what I've recorded. If people aren't sick enough of my voice already, I've got some NHS App bite-sized videos that I've recorded as well. So these are perfect for sharing with people, like say patients as well. All different sections. These are just like 2 to 4 minute videos long, all on different features of the app. But then showing you how easy it is to share a resource from here. We've just got this share resource button here. You can then share that on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Messenger. You can copy the link to email and can even WhatsApp them to people as well. We can also package up this content for you to be able to share to people who attend your surgery and or pharmacy chemist as well. What we, as I mentioned, we've got we alternate between these NHS App and HealthWave Hub masterclasses. So you can check out the old one on here, as I mentioned. But also in a few more weeks, we've got another HealthWave Hub masterclass coming up as well. So what I'll do is just stop sharing my screen. Hope that was helpful, by the way. And what we'll do is we'll just pop into the chat. I'll pop in a link to my email address. And sorry, as I mentioned, can't do two things at once. There we go.
I'm the same, Dan, as well.
So yeah, there's a link to the HealthWave Hub. Any support you need on that, I've got my email address there as well to guide you all through it. But as I mentioned, there's also some resources on there that will show you around the hub and how to use it. As you can see, we've got some upcoming events. So the next one will be about 3 weeks from today on the HealthWave Hub. I'll go into more detail on how to use the NHS app on the hub. And like I say, we alternate those with some NHS app masterclasses as well. So yeah, thank you everybody for listening. I'll stay on if there's any other questions. There is the link to our HealthWave Hub and as well my email as well. So please get in touch, and thank you all for listening.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. We'll pause the recording, Nick.